It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It's by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Grinder.
Good morning, Grinder.
Oh, my nose itches. I'm sorry.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I decided to do church online today. So I, was here. So I was like, might as well,
My mom changed churches, so I'm not sure if the new church does this or not, but the old church she went to had a really early morning one. Service, then Sunday school, and then an after, like a 11 to noon service.
Yeah.
Because they had a very big congregation.
Yeah.
But they changed pastors, so she's not too excited about the new one. So she's looking for somewhere else where she feels a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is cool. To each their own. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Make sure you're comfortable, and
Yeah.
You shouldn't be somewhere you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just everybody saying that's just your intuition and everything saying no. Red flag.
Yep.
But yeah, I know they also did simulcasts of their services too. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where any church.
Yeah, that's like
it was a really big church though.
But that's like the new thing, even for little churches. Like,
well, because
of COVID, I think.
And like we do this, we're just a little group of people, and we do this on YouTube. Anyone can do this.
Yeah, it's true.
And you can do it for free if you really want to. But especially for a church, it wouldn't be that expensive to do the way we do it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But
which is good, because then people who it can include people who are homebound,
disabled,
for multiple reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yesterday was fun, Grainer. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also figured out how to post the lives on Instagram after you've done them.
Oh.
Being posted, I'm posting them on the Instagram page. So if you want to use, and they're open for remixes and reposts and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm itching all over the place. My allergies must be on high alert today. I took my Benadryl last night, I swear.
Oh.
This time of year is the worst for me. Here, down here.
Yeah.
It's
now is it spring right now? Or do
really,
you guys don't get?
we don't really get seasons.
You don't get seasons.
We have cold and rain right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 61 degrees and it's raining.
Oh, yuck.
I hate this time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to do stuff like outside the house, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I have things like, my really cool slipper socks that I got the other day on sale at Sam's Club for $7.
Ooh.
They're Brookstone, which, if you don't know, is a very big name.
Yeah.
It's like a boot company.
Yeah.
And they're made really well. They're like a knitted gray, and they have Brookstone tag on them. And then inside, it's like a teddy bear. On my
Ooh.
awesome.
Oh.
So, and I'm getting these weird things now that I'm getting older, where my feet will be cold, while the rest of me is sweating.
Weird.
I think
I was like saying why and weird at the same time.
yeah, weird. So having those, last night I was in a little bit.
Your audio keeps cutting out. I don't know why.
Huh? Are you having the same problem, hubby? I'll figure out what end it is before I can fix it. Yeah,
Maybe
I'm cutting in and out.
Oh, did he say yes?
It's not. I don't know what's wrong. Check my wires.
You're fading. You're
Yeah,
fading in and
maybe.
out sometimes. It's
That's
Is it I'm getting closer
Don't worry,
and
he's
far
not
away?
Oh, he's not making
don't worry, he's not naked. He's just topless.
Okay.
He's just a boy in Florida. I swear men in Florida only wear shorts.
Yeah.
And nobody cares. Like at restaurants even, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Girls go in with bikinis. And that's it. Bikinis and flip-flops.
Florida man is gonna Florida man.
Florida man's got a Florida man. I remember the first time that I went, we were visiting down here. I was like, I want to say I was 13, like 12 or 13.
Mhm.
And we came to visit my uncles and go to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
And my mom loves the beach. Like anyway, we grew up in Michigan, so we had beaches everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Lake Michigan is a lot like the ocean, except there's no salt in it. It's just big and cold, and you can't see the other side, you know?
Right.
So it wasn't a big shock. The salt was a little bit of a shock. But when we were going home, there was a McDonald's right there next to the beach.
Ooh.
And we were all like trying to get cleaned up and dressed before going in.
Yeah.
And then there's all these people just sitting in towels in there.
Oh my
You know?
gosh.
All these servers and stuff. It was so funny. I was like, okay, this is different.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, nobody even bats an eye at it. And shoes. On beach side. If you're on beach side, like on the beach side, if you go into a grocery store on the beach side without shoes on, they don't care.
Yeah.
It's posted, no shirts, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
They don't care.
No.
Wow.
To someone who doesn't wear shoes, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
In Michigan, okay, in the winter even, I would forget my shoes.
Yeah.
And my friends started asking me every time they picked me up, did you bring your shoes?
Did you bring your shoes?
Because I was terrible about wearing shoes. I hate shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're cute, and I'll wear them for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but it took me forever to get in the habit of. I just ran around everywhere when I was a kid with no shoes on.
Yeah.
And it's not that I didn't have any. Mom always made sure I had at least one pair of shoes for not at church and one pair of shoes for church.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
I always had at least those.
Yeah.
But I just hated wearing shoes. It was never a thing for me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in the winter, I used to feed. People would come visit us, and I'd go feed the dogs, and I'd have to cross the backyard, and I would do it in my bare feet in the snow.
Oh wow!
And people would just die. They were like,
"No,
what are you doing?" I'm like, it take too long to put on my shoes. It's fine. I couldn't do it for a long period of time, people. It was just going out to feed the dogs and coming back in. It was not like I walked a block or something.
Right.
Because I couldn't have done that. Because it does start to hurt.
Yeah.
I just ignored it. Mom's like, what if you get frostbite? And I said, you're a nurse. You know I'm not going to get frostbite in a short period of time.
I know.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Boy.
Days when I was young. Thank God we didn't have social media back then.
I know. The things we did when we didn't have social media.
It didn't happen. I didn't get caught, and there's no pictures, there's no proof.
I know.
You only have my word to go on.
Right.
Y'all don't even get to tell. And when you get older, all you people who are growing up with social media, you don't get to tell good stories. Because everybody heard it when it happened.
Right.
Storytelling is a lost art form, I swear.
Yeah. Boy, one time I went to this one rave, and it was up in a mountain in an abandoned building. And it was really cool. It was in Alaska.
Okay.
And my friend and I, we were driving up this mountain going to this rave, right? And we were just dancing up in this rave and everything. And then somebody said, the cops are coming. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. and everybody was like, you know, high on something. You know. It was just how it was back then.
I was always the babysitter because everybody was on something or drinking, and I usually wasn't. I've never been one to do that. My reality is twisted enough. I don't need help.
Right.
People have talked about tripping, and I'm like, I do that. Like, normally.
I never
You don't see that normally?
I never did the acid. I never did shrooms. You know.
I liked speed, but I did it when it was legal.
Me too.
I love that stuff. Pop a pill and you're good for the day.
Remember when we could buy it in the grocery store?
You could buy it at the gas station. You stopped to get cigarettes and pills.
And pills.
And then all you did was smoke and drink water.
That's right.
All. You didn't want anything else. Or coffee. I like coffee.
That's right.
You didn't want to eat.
No, you didn't want to eat.
You just wanted to go, get stuff done.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. I love that stuff.
Oh,
That's terrible, but I'll admit it. I loved it.
I did too. Oh my god.
But at least it was legal.
I know, it was legal.
What are you doing? I'm getting ephedrine. And by the way, it was a big thing in the goth scene.
I know.
So there are songs. Bauhaus, which is a very famous gothic industrial band from Germany, if y'all want to look into it. Which is one of my favorites actually. They have a song called Ephedrine. Ephedrine.
Bauhaus.
P-A-U-H-E. Yeah, it's Bauhaus, but
Oh my
it's German.
gosh. I remember that too.
It's one of my favorite songs.
I know. Oh my gosh.
It's
We're bringing
funny.
up the oldies, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
But see, I didn't go to
good
raves.
times.
Raves were
Yeah.
a little after my time.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s, but I was
Yeah.
still in the gothic industrial scene when the raves came out. So it's very different music.
Yeah. I think
And
we're
we didn't
a
have very
little.
many of them around.
I'm 44 and you're.
I'm 50.
So we're a little.
We're like right at that cutoff where we would
Yeah.
mesh at certain parties and not at others.
Yeah.
There
I don't
were
know.
underground gothic parties. I don't
Yeah.
think we ever had names.
I don't know
like a
if
rave.
I ever went to a gothic party.
Oh, they were fun.
Yeah.
See, gothic industrial, first of all, are two different things.
Yeah.
But they kind of came together because a lot of people who liked one liked the other, and it had a very
Mhm.
same aesthetic. And the thing was that people don't get is nowadays these people are really serious about it. We weren't serious about it. We were like Elvira, the Lily Munster,
Right.
kind of stuff. It was fun. It was funny.
Right.
It was, we were having a good time. Y'all
Yeah.
are too freaking serious. This whole
Yeah.
emo thing, I don't understand.
The emo.
It's like they took gothic and take only the worst parts of it. I'm like, really? And the music isn't as good either. in my humble opinion.
Right.
At least we were having a good time.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
a lot of people in the gothic industrial punk, it was a punk movement.
Right.
So it was very artistic and it was very political, but there was a lot of tongue in cheek and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, while everybody was doing raves, like you said, everybody was high and drinking, we were dancing for 12 hours, drinking water and smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Or coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah.
We didn't really drink or do drugs. Not many of us did.
Yeah.
Wow. And it wasn't anything like we cared, especially like the group I hung out with. I hung out with like 30 people, and none of us really did drugs because we didn't want to. We didn't need to. We were having too much of a fun time without them.
Yeah.
I loved the grunge scene.
Yeah.
I've always loved the grunge scene, and a goth girl can sit in a grunge scene and not have a problem. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I remember No Doubt came out. Before No Doubt came out, oh, her name just fell out of my head. The lead singer of No Doubt. Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, Gwen
Stefani was in a ska band in California.
Really?
And it had a song called Boiler Room. If you can find it, good luck finding it. But it was one of the best grunge songs I've ever heard.
Wow. I like ska music.
I love ska music.
Yeah.
Dropkick Murphys is great. Dropkick Murphys is one of my bands.
I like big band music.
Big Ocean is another one. Big band music.
Yeah.
Swing. There was a time where we would go swing dancing too.
Mm-hmm.
I love swing dancing.
I can't dance worth a,
I love dancing. I taught my husband how to dance. He honestly, if we had time, we would probably go to dance classes just for fun. But we don't have the time or the money for babysitters for our kids because our kids expensive babysitters. But when his sister got married, he pulled her out on the floor and danced with her, and his dad was like, "What? Where'd you learn to do that? My wife. Just a few, it wasn't like a big deal. Just a few steps.
Yeah.
With swing dance, you just have to learn like 2 steps and you're gold.
Really?
And you can add anything to it after that.
Wow.
But that's from me growing up in the theater, doing theater.
Oh,
stuff.
that's right.
I never took dance classes. I always wanted to, but we didn't have the money when I was a kid.
Oh.
So, the only thing I did that cost money was roller skating lessons, and that was because my neighbor paid for it, so I'd go with their kids.
Oh.
And I loved it. I was really good at it too, because I was an ice skater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything froze over in the winter. You needed ice skates to get anywhere.
Yeah.
So I loved roller skating a lot. I still probably would. There's something to come back. Roller skating is starting to come back.
I know, it is.
Roller disco and derbies. I did a derby once, and I would have loved to done it more. I was just there for like a pitch hitter.
Yeah.
Because somebody couldn't make it.
I
would have loved to gotten into that more. That was fun. It's very much a sport, people.
We had sidewalks, so we used to just roller skate around the sidewalks, and we had like these big. Where I lived, we lived in Milwaukee for a while too.
Right.
So we had these big cement pads in the apartment areas where we lived. Mm-hmm. So we could just roller skate around there,
Just before I left Traverse City, Michigan, they put in a bike path next to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
With the bike path was like 1 lane traffic kind of thing.
Oh.
So there was the bike path, the sidewalk, and the road. And there was good space between them.
Yeah.
There's a good space between them. That was the coolest thing when they started putting those in.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Oh yeah.
And you couldn't do motor anything on them. It was posted. But you could skateboard, which there's a lot of places you couldn't skateboard for the longest time in the 90s. And people did a lot of inline skates and stuff like that. Kind of glad that's over. I didn't care for those. Mm-hmm. Good morning. Yeah, but it was fun. But I did a lot of crazy things. Some of it I'll admit to, some of it I won't. I can't prove nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, we were saying they called the cops. That's what I was in Michigan. We didn't worry about the cops. The cops weren't scary. The rangers, the forest rangers, they're scary. Because forest rangers have a shoot on sight policy.
Ooh.
Because they catch poachers.
Ooh.
So they can get away with shooting you. Now, it didn't happen a lot, but they could get away with it if they needed or wanted to.
Ooh.
Because of their job.
Yeah.
Somebody was writing something, I can't remember what it was, and he says, is there anyone who has more jurisdiction than like a marshal or an FBI? I said, yeah, forest ranger. You're kidding. I'm like, no. That's a scary, scary person.
Yeah.
But most of them are animal lovers, and they're into forestry and stuff like that. So that's really not usually their nature. It's just, it doesn't fit. I'm sure there's a few. There's always a couple bad apples. But because of the job that they have chosen for their life, which isn't an easy one, and it's not one you can just step into. You have to have a lot of training.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. What are you doing tonight, Jesse? Why are you excited?
Mario Kart, maybe?
I think so.
Do you have Mario Kart,
there's
Jesse?
A bad side to this cup.
What? What's the bad
Bigger
side?
than my own one.
Oh.
So I'm going through my coffee faster.
Oh.
I'm like, just fill it up. And of course I have my skinny syrups I like skinny syrups. They're really good, and they use the sucrose, so I'm not allergic to it. Salted caramel. It's delicious. And I just got, for Christmas, I got white chocolate peppermint.
Oh. Ooh, sounds
good.
good.
Mario Kart 8! I am excited too. I'm going to use my new joystick. You guys want to see my new joystick?
Yeah.
My Joy-Con?
Ooh, fancy.
Isn't she cute?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want just a regular old black one. Because, honestly, I wanted, something that, where's my cord? Oh, there it is. I wanted something more fun than that.
Yeah.
But I didn't want one with flashing lights. There's a lot of them with flashing lights. That would be distracting for me.
Yeah.
I squirrel too often for that to be remotely a good idea.
Right. I would squirrel too. I'd be like, why is this flashing?
Wow, shiny!
Oh, this
you're
is
playing a game.
flashing again.
No, I got it. Santa doesn't give me very much stuff anymore. My mom got me the coolest duster. And if y'all don't know what a duster is, you don't know Stevie Nicks very well. A duster is a very light coat, like very light, that usually has 3/4 or longer sleeves.
Oh.
And it goes down past your knees. And it's usually open. It's worn open usually. Well, this one is made out of white lace.
Oh.
And it just has a little tie in the front.
Oh.
It is amazing. Now, I don't wear white that often.
Yeah.
Because I am not as cool as my mother, who can wear white all day and not get anything on it. I don't know how she does it. Because the woman, digs in the dirt.
Right.
You know? It's not like she doesn't do anything. That woman. She's crazy. But I love it. It's beautiful. I'm sure I'll probably wear it soon.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to wear it with my little tank top.
Yeah.
Little white tank top.
Wow. That sounds so fancy. Where are you going to wear it to, Vixie?
Probably here.
Oh.
Maybe to my doctor's appointment next week.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
You have your grandmother's duster from the 80s now. I feel old.
Oh.
That's very much a Stevie Nicks thing. If y'all watch Stevie Nicks, she's scarves, dusters, and those boots because she's short. I used to have a pair of Stevie Nicks boots. They were orange leather, like a burnt orange. I loved them things. The heels, though, they're big, chunky heels, but they were like a good 4 inches. I gave them away. After I had kids, I gave them to somebody. I think I gave them to Silver. But it's like, I'm not going to wear these anymore. I know I'm not. Let's not lie to ourselves, shall we? I love Stevie Nicks. She's in my pantheon. She's a goddess. I love her. She's just too much fun. And she's starting to be, she's released a few new albums, and she was in American Horror Story, the Coven one, I think, which I watched part of. I didn't watch some of that was really neat, but some of it was a little rough.
Yeah.
Emotionally. It wasn't even scary. It was just emotionally rough.
Yeah.
I don't usually find stuff that people think is scary.
Yeah.
It's just, there was a lot of emotional stuff going on in that show that I'm like, I can't handle this in my real life. How am I going to handle this on my own? No, I'm done. But it was really, I have to say, it was really well written. The acting was, I love Kathy Bates. She was in it too. Oh. She played a bad person.
Yeah.
Bad.
I've never seen it.
I watched the first one, which was good. There was a lot of heart-jerking stuff in the first one too.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as dark. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I don't know
that
how
makes
to explain it.
sense. Yeah.
The first one was but the first one was really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I did not like the carnival one. I didn't like the way it was written.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of it just didn't make sense. Even if you like put in like the supernatural into it, it was
Yeah.
really hard to key in on some of the stuff that was going on. It was like there's too much disconnect. I didn't like it.
Mm.
And then there was one I watched the first few episodes of the one where they're in the sane asylum,
Mm-hmm.
which might have been called Asylum. I don't remember. And I didn't like that at all. I was bored out of my mind. Bored. I'm like, just because people are scared or crazy,
Yeah.
you know. And I was bored.
Yeah.
There was crazy people and a mean nurse.
Mm.
That was about it.
Sometimes I'll watch like
She was really good as Mrs. Hannigan.
sometimes I'll watch scary movies, like older scary movies with John, and we'll like get high and we'll laugh through the whole thing.
I don't know if I could do it. That's another squirrel moment for me. I'd be like, what's going on over there? I like psychological thrillers. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
Like I like 13 Ghosts, which did have some horror and gore in it, but it was really
I don't think I saw that
it's
either.
a lot. There's a lot of brain activity going on in that one, and how it works. And
usually,
I like when stuff works.
Yeah.
It's got a clockwork to it, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
The Cell is another one I like.
It has an internal logic.
Yeah, it has an internal logic. It doesn't have to be my logic, but it has to have an internal logic. When they start going against their own logic, that's when I'm like, no, I can't do this. You messed up the rules.
You messed up the rules.
Like, my friend made me watch White Noise, and I'm spoiler alert, okay, you guys? Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, you probably won't, because it's one of those never heard of ones from
I've heard of it.
2002 or something.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
It ended, and I'm like, okay, if that's all she needed to do, why didn't she logically do that in the first place? That's what I was screaming for her to do in the first scene.
Right.
She had to make a tape and break it. And then it just, I hated that movie. I was so mad. I tried so hard because my friend wanted me to watch. She actually gave me a copy of it.
Yeah.
I think I still have it because I can't throw DVDs away. And I'm watching it and I'm like, no, that doesn't make, there's no way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do the whole weird thing about work and school and home life in the way that nobody notices that you haven't gone to the bathroom for 4 days. Whatever. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
I'm hypercritical of movies and books. I'm the same way with books.
Yeah.
Marion Zimmer Bradley got really big in the 90s when she wrote Mists of Avalon. The outline and the idea of the books is awesome. I loved the miniseries they did of Mists of Avalon. I read the first chapter of Mists of Avalon and was like, It's all politics. You're sitting and you're reading about these tables of noble men and women talking about politics and the church, and it's so boring.
Right.
And it's sprinkled with some neat stuff. That's basically what the miniseries is. You get to see all the neat stuff. You don't have to deal with all the political stuff. So I didn't really read much of her stuff until I had one. There was a book called The Black Trillium and I can't remember. I liked it. That's all I remember about it. But she co-wrote it with another woman. So when I used to buy books in Orlando. They had all kinds of bookshops in Orlando. Stuff you've never heard of. Names of bookshops you've never heard of. And a lot of times they'd have tables out in the front for 10 cents a book, 25 cents a book.
Oh, nice.
Because they were getting rid of them for the new stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd stock up on stuff. Even if it just looked cool. I'm paying 10 cents for a look cool book.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I got this one written by her called Night Visitor. And it was good. It was about this photographer and things she was doing, and she was being haunted. And it was really, except for the end. She gets with the bad guy in the end, and they live happily ever after.
Oh, wow.
I literally threw the book across the room. I was.
Oh, wow.
I've never been that. I was angry. I felt like I was betrayed by the writer.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Wow.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Mom.
Oh, get it.
My youngest watches Goosebumps, and some of those are pretty good, actually. I didn't know because it wasn't I was having kids when they came out. So it's not something I watch. But there's a Gummy Bear one that he watches all the time. And there's a newer one that they did. Jack Black plays the author.
Yes. Yep.
That one was really good. I love Jack Black. I think he's amazing actor.
Yes.
And he's fun, too. And he's an amazing musician too.
Yeah, he is.
He and he's such a good heart. He had this little fan who loved House of Rock, and if you haven't seen House of Rock with Jack Black, you really or School of Rock.
Yes, School of Rock. Yep.
School of Rock. It's a great movie. It's one of those feel good movies. It's really well written, and it's funny, so funny. And he ran into a little boy who's autistic, and he didn't talk, but he sang that song. You can't. The Band Is Mine.
Yeah,
y'all have seen it. It was called The Band Is Mine, and he sang it for the kid, and the kids sang along with him. It was really cool.
Oh,
it was just like a happenstance meeting on the street kind of thing.
Aww.
It was really cool.
That's so
cool. It's a Goosebumps movie. I think there's more than one because my youngest finds them all over the place.
Oh my gosh, my mom sent me this video where this lady, she works with these non-verbal autistic kids. Or was it you that sent me the video? Somebody sent me this video.
It wasn't me.
Somebody sent me this video of these non-verbal autistic kids. This lady works with them, and she sings and she plays the piano.
Yeah, music.
And she sings with them, and she says, "Sing it with me," and the kid sings the song with her. And I'm like,
that's how my daughter started using words. Was music.
Yeah.
And that was mostly no, I'm not going to remember her name.
Lori Berkner.
Lori Berkner, thank you. I love you.
Lori Berkner?
Lori Berkner was a big influence on our daughter.
Okay.
And we know a lot of their songs. And
then those
I highly recommend Lori Berkner for.
We found out how she could read.
And that's how, we found out she could read. We always have.
Remember how we found out that she could read?
We always have subtitles on our TV because hubby's hard of hearing, and sometimes our house gets so loud I can't hear what's going on, so we're reading subtitles.
Yeah.
Hubby, come back and tell the story. I just wanted to preface.
Oh, sorry. We got background noise here. I was worried about the background noise. We were basically we found out that Esme could read by one time she'd gotten hold of some flashcards that we hadn't opened up yet. and she opened them up and was sitting there in the bathroom over the closed toilet lid, just opening them up and putting them down and reading the words. And it's like we hadn't shown her a card before that said rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
And she read it.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Yeah, the background noise isn't that bad. It's usually worse than it is.
Yeah.
Our kids stayed up all night last night, so they're really kind of groggy right now. The ones that are awake. We have to wake up the youngest. He was up till like 5 this morning.
Oh.
Well, that's the last time he used the bathroom anyway.
Yeah. Aww.
What does every parent of special needs children need?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Mm.
Chrissy, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I've been thinking on you.
Yeah.
How you doing, love?
Chrissy?
Did you have a good holidays? What are you having?
Eggs with potatoes and little sausage things in it. Ham.
Yum.
Yeah.
I'll take all that without the
good.
egg. It's like one of my favorite
Oh
things.
yeah, no.
I
egg.
like any kind of breakfast potato. But my favorite is roasted potatoes. I love like red skin roasted potatoes.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll put like bacon and ham and sausage in it.
Mom, this is really funny.
No egg though. I
yeah,
like
no
green.
egg. Yep. Jesse said hi, Uni.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm having a bad mental health day. I'm sorry.
No. Oh.
Aww.
My kid has an ear. Oh. My kid has an ear infection, so I have to keep an eye out because of his past with having tubes.
Aww.
I didn't have ear infections. My brother did, but he never got tubes. They threatened a couple of times, but they never actually did it. Then when I got older, I got an ear infection. Those things are business, man. They mean business. Those things hurt.
What, the tubes or ear infections?
I didn't have them.
No, yeah.
That's the same thing with teeth. I didn't have any problems with my teeth until my thrombocytopenia kicked in. Mouth pain is like one of the worst things in the world.
Oh, I know.
It's worse than childbirth, man. It's worse than period cramps. Oh my gosh. It's terrible.
Yeah.
My dad called me on my, the day after my birthday, I think.
Yeah.
And he sent us money in a card overnight because that's what he does, which is fine. You know, his love language, whatever. But he kept saying, we really need to call more. We need to stay in contact more. So I keep texting him with pictures of the kids. No response.
Oh.
My mom wants to be mad about it. And I'm like, Ma, he's been like this my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't even expect anything anymore. I'm glad for what I get. And because I know there's nothing malicious behind it. He's just an out of sight, out of mind kind of person.
Yeah.
And I know he loves me in his own way. Whatever. He doesn't really know me.
How old is he?
It was his choice, not mine.
How old is he?
74.
He's not that old.
No. He adopted his wife and he adopted her son's daughter a few years back. And because her father took his own life.
Oh.
And it was really weird because all of a sudden my dad's calling
Yeah.
on a not a normal day that he
Oh.
would call. You know,
Yeah.
like usually Christmas or my birthday is the only days he calls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hi, is everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little worried. He goes, yeah, I just wanted you to know you have a new sister.
Oh.
Like, wait,
Whoa.
you guys had a kid? Because I figured she couldn't have kids for multiple reasons. And I mean, people are having them older and older now. I was 28 when I started having kids. And
Yeah.
I know people who start later than that. No, we adopted your niece, basically, my step niece.
Oh, wow.
I can never remember the girl's name. I met her twice.
Oh.
Okay, guys, don't be mad at me. I met this girl twice.
No, we're not, man.
She's a sweet girl. But I call her my sister niece when I'm talking about her because I can never remember her name.
Sorry for laughing.
Oh, I think it's hilarious. My mom hates it. She's like, that's not real. That's kind of rude. I'm like, no, it's descriptive. She's my sister and she's my niece.
And it's funny.
And my dad got the daughter he wanted, basically. Because he ended up having to raise her because his wife, they live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. She works in Chicago, so she's only home for the weekends. So he ended up raising her. She moved back in after she stopped going to college. So, you know. Now he has an adult child and a big dog. A husky. He hates dogs. No, he doesn't hate dogs. He loves dogs. He just doesn't want to take care of them. He doesn't want the responsibility.
Oh.
But now that dog is his. And he has to take it for walks and give it food.
So he's kind of being punished a little bit.
Little. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were 30. Yeah, Chrissy. I thought you started later too, Chrissy. Yeah, hubby was 36 and I was 28. Well, 29. I was 28 when I got pregnant. So we started late.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I had a very full young adult life.
Yeah.
A lot fuller than some people I know.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I did lots of stuff. I feel like I had like a really I feel like a really old person because I feel like I did so much.
I've done a lot in my life.
Because I feel like we were like the world was gonna end. Like that's what we were taught.
Yeah, we really. Our generation was basically a lot of us don't give a shit. They call it Gen X is like the don't mess with us because we learned to survive.
Yeah.
With a lot of different weird shit going on in society.
And really without our parents.
And without our parents, we learned it on our own or from each other. Oh, dude, look, I figured this out. But
yeah.
Cut. So we had to be very
resourceful
and pragmatic about stuff. Like we had to, you know, this is the way it is, and this is what we gotta do.
Yeah.
And we are also all under the impression that the world was going to end before we were adults, so we didn't care.
I know.
We just didn't care, and we still kind of have that attitude. Sometimes, whether we realize it or not, we have that. Well, it's all going to go away, so what the hell?
I know. I know.
But
or even just not to want to go away, but no, that's the way it is. So that's how we're dealing with it.
Yeah, pretty much. We weren't very big about huge political agendas or anything like that, because who cares? It's gonna go. It's all gonna be gone. Yeah. This is what we have to work with. Let's just work with this. Yeah. So a lot of us have that mindset, and we it's really hard to get out of it. It's really hard.
I mean, I still kind of feel that way, though.
Oh,
I mean,
I do.
It's like
I feel that way a lot.
I still really feel that way.
A lot of Gen Xers do. We're just like, I can't care about that. If I care about that, I'll lose my mind.
Right.
So I can't care about that.
Right.
You were raised Gen X, Chrissy. I've listened to you. You were definitely raised a Gen Xer.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the other thing with Gen X is we don't think we have that big of an impact on the world. Like our existence doesn't impact the world. We just exist.
Yeah.
Where millennials think they sneeze and it impacts the world.
I know.
It's very much. It's
And
very polar opposite reality.
And then there's Mel.
No, Zennials, which are
isn't
Gen
Mel
Z.
isn't
I think they call
Mel
them Zennials now.
Isn't Mel a millennial?
She's the cusp too. She was raised a lot like an Xer. And it's funny because the newer generations keep calling us boomers, and we're like, dude, that was my parents.
I know.
You don't even understand what a boomer's like because now they're old and want to get to heaven. You don't understand what they were like when I was a kid.
I know. Go outside and play.
Yeah, I think these kids they call or the invisible generation. Is that one of the things they're called? Did I make that up or did I actually hear that somewhere?
No. The invisible generation? I haven't heard that yet.
I might have made it up.
I don't know.
I'll fully admit it. It might be just something I made up in my head. But I have heard Zennials.
I have heard Zennials. I have heard that. I've heard Gen X. I've heard Gen
Oh, wow.
Z.
You were Gen X, raised by Gen X almost.
Wow. I'm going to eat this applesauce too. I'm sorry for eating. I didn't eat breakfast yet.
What you have now?
Applesauce.
My mom made applesauce with apples she brought down from Michigan.
Ooh.
This fall. I'm gonna have a bowl of applesauce. I will not eat the stuff off the shelves. I'm terrible. I'm such a snob.
This is homemade.
Oh, is yours homemade? Yeah, that's homemade applesauce. We put red hot candies in ours.
Oh. Ooh.
It's so good.
That
People who
sounds
don't
good.
like applesauce eat it. You can if you put it in oatmeal, it's like eating apple crisp.
Oh yeah.
It's such a healthy apple crisp. The only thing to top that is crushed pecans.
Oh yeah.
Put applesauce, oatmeal, crushed pecans, a little extra cinnamon. You're good to go.
Yeah.
People are like, I hate oatmeal. You haven't eaten oatmeal right then. Now, there's a lot of oatmeal I don't like, and you have to put stuff in it. Oatmeal is just a base, like bread. It's like eating white, and if you just eat it like that, it's like eating the cheapest white bread you've ever eaten in your entire life. It's boring, it's sticky, and it's annoying.
Right.
But if you put the good stuff on it,
yeah,
it's just like the carrier. It's like a utensil.
Yes.
For you to eat the other stuff.
Right.
People. Brown sugar is your friend too.
I know.
I love brown sugar. I like it. My youngest likes molasses cookies.
Ooh.
If y'all don't know, molasses is what makes the brown sugar brown.
Ooh, yes.
That's how they make it. That's how you make brown sugar if you run out when you're cooking and don't have time to go to the store. It's an expensive way to do it, but that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you live 2 hours away from the store. like we did.
Yeah.
We don't have any brown sugar. What do you mean we don't have any brown sugar? There's molasses in the cupboard. Applesauce with red hot. That's the only way I'd eat it when I was a kid too. I was spoiled because that's what we had. We canned everything. We had a big pantry of stuff we canned because we would get what's called windfalls. So we had all the fruit for almost free or free.
Yeah.
We'd pick what is it, the glean? Is that what I think it's called, the glean? In scripture.
Yeah.
In the scripture, they would harvest everything but the last row.
Yep.
And that was for the poor people.
Yes. Yep.
They still do that in Michigan.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or at least they did when I was growing up. I know my uncle still does it. So people could you could go pick. So we'd have green beans, peas, carrots, potatoes, all the veggies, asparagus, which is one of my favorites. Oh man, asparagus. And growing up with all this fresh produce and only we canned and froze our own, I didn't really eat food from the grocery store. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how lucky I was till I moved down here, where you can't get anything fresh, which is odd. But one day, in my early 20s, I wanted asparagus so bad. It had been years since I had good asparagus.
Yeah.
So I bought some from the store in a can. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh.
It was gross. It was like slimy and gross and didn't taste like anything. And, don't buy asparagus. It's gross. In the can.
Yeah.
Every time we have steak, though, I get it. Because I almost eat it raw. I blanch it for a couple seconds just for it gets bright green and just take it out. And you put a little butter and salt on it and just eat it.
Yeah.
I could eat that I could have that for a meal, to be honest. I love asparagus.
Dolly Parton is 78. So she is
No, she's a boomer.
She's a boomer, yep.
She's a boomer. Her and Stevie are both boomers.
Yeah.
I am about as old as a Gen Xer can be.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to. I'm right in the middle. So it's like I'm a serious Gen Xer.
Gen Xers are older than like 58. I'm 57. It's like they're anywhere older than 58 is boomers. So I have two older sisters, and they're boomers.
They're boomers. Oh God, they're boomers.
I think I'm the youngest a Gen Xer can be. I'm 79. I'm like I was born. 79? I was born at 79.
Yeah. Well, I was born 73. So, and I think I'm right in the middle.
Or maybe 80 was the cutoff.
No, she's not. My dad is 60 and he's a boomer.
Gen X is 65 to 84.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
People, anybody after 84 is millennial, and before 65 is a boomer.
Oh.
But on the cuspids, people who are on each end of it kind of usually get both the realities.
Yeah.
Gen X extends to 81. I believe that. Just because of the way the politics and everything was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated high school before a lot of people were born. It's weird. It's really weird when I think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were 5 when I was born, right?
Yes, you are like you would. My brother would be a year older than you.
Oh.
He was with us. My little brother.
Aww.
My little brother.
Aww.
He was born in 77.
What month?
April.
Oh.
Aries.
Aries.
At the beginning of the millennium, because I was born in 83. Yeah, but you're an Xer. I can tell. We're hardy stock. We really are. And most of us did really stupid things that when we were younger, and we won't admit to it because we lived through it, so we don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Yeah, I'm exactly 10 years older than you. Well, close to 10 years older than you.
Wow.
You all are amazing, my Flipsidians.
Oh, you're amazing too, Jessie.
I need to make new t-shirts. 'Tis the season. I need to make the
2024 shirts for Flipside. Ooh.
I think I'm going to start doing a yearly one.
Cool.
Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I've got a couple ideas.
Cool.
All right, everybody, it's lunchtime.
I'll try
here comes Debbie.
I'll try to throw together some poses with Flip.
I have a couple flip ideas I need to talk to you about. Remind me. They're social media flips. If you tell me that, I'll remember. Sometimes we have these brainstorms and we forget that we didn't tell each other.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that? No. Sometimes we forget we don't actually share the same brain.
Yeah.
Yes, I am old enough to be your mother. I love you all very much.
Okay.
I'm going to go do some stuff.
Okay, love you. Bye.
And we'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock for Mario Kart 8 Bitches with Switches. Okay, love you. Where's my
love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.